We live in a world where perfection is often celebrated, where strength is admired, and where weakness is seen as a flaw to hide. But what if I told you that this idea is fundamentally flawed? What if our weaknesses were not the barriers we need to overcome, but rather the very things that could unlock our greatest potential? What if you could look at your perceived weaknesses and transform them into sources of incredible strength? I invite you to challenge everything you think you know about weakness, because it's time to turn it into power. Think for a moment about the areas in your life where you feel vulnerable. Maybe you've always struggled with public speaking, or perhaps you feel like you're not as talented as others. Maybe you lack the confidence others seem to have effortlessly, or you face failure after failure in a pursuit you're passionate about. These are the very moments where transformation begins. The truth is, you're not alone in feeling weak. We all have vulnerabilities, but that doesn't mean we're broken. It means we're human. We've been taught to push these weaknesses aside, to focus only on our strengths, to put on a brave face and pretend that we have it all together. But the truth is, hiding your weaknesses doesn't make them go away. It only makes them more powerful in holding you back. The act of hiding itself becomes a source of internal conflict, and when you're constantly battling your own fears and insecurities, you can't fully tap into the potential that lies inside you. Let's start by embracing this simple yet profound truth: weaknesses are not weaknesses. They are opportunities. They are not things to run from or hide in shame. They are the starting points for growth. Every weakness you have is an invitation to become more resilient, more self-aware, and more empowered. It's time to stop running from your perceived flaws and start running toward the incredible strength they can give you. Let's look at how you can begin transforming your weaknesses into strengths. The first step is to acknowledge and accept your vulnerabilities. This may sound easy, but many of us spend a lifetime trying to deny our weaknesses, trying to pretend they don't exist. We suppress our emotions, avoid confronting difficult truths, and resist asking for help. But true transformation begins the moment you stop pretending. The moment you say to yourself, "This is who I am, and I'm okay with that." Vulnerability is not a weakness, it is the birthplace of courage. When you acknowledge your weaknesses, you stop fighting with them. Instead of wasting your energy on shame, you begin to channel your energy into understanding and improving yourself. The moment you accept your vulnerability, you open yourself up to growth. This is where the magic happens. As you begin to understand your weaknesses, you start to see them not as flaws, but as areas to improve. And this awareness is the first step in turning them into strengths. The second step is to shift your perspective. Often we look at weakness through a narrow lens, seeing it only as something negative or limiting. But if you zoom out and look at your weakness from a different angle, you'll see the opportunity it holds. For example, let's say you struggle with public speaking. You could view this as a permanent limitation and avoid speaking opportunities at all costs. But what if instead you saw this weakness as a chance to grow your communication skills? Every time you speak in front of others, you get better. Every time you stumble, you learn. And over time, your once feared weakness becomes one of your most powerful strengths. We can apply this shift in perspective to any weakness. Let's say you're not as confident as others seem to be. Instead of seeing this as a flaw, you can see it as an opportunity to develop humility, empathy, and emotional intelligence. Confidence can be built over time through small, consistent actions that push you out of your comfort zone. With each step forward, you strengthen not only your self-assurance, but also your capacity to connect with others. The third key to transforming weakness into strength is to embrace discomfort and challenge. Growth does not happen when we remain comfortable. True strength is built through struggle, through facing challenges that push us beyond our limits. Weakness often presents itself when we're faced with discomfort, whether it's a difficult conversation, a challenging task, or an area where we feel inadequate. And instead of avoiding these discomforts, what if we leaned into them? Every challenge you face is an opportunity to learn something new about yourself. It's an invitation to build resilience. And the more you embrace those challenges, the more you expand your capabilities. Weakness isn't something that disappears overnight, but it's something you can outgrow by intentionally putting yourself in situations that force you to stretch, grow, and evolve. Over time, these moments of discomfort and challenge will no longer feel like weaknesses. They will become your sources of strength. Another powerful way to turn weakness into strength is to leverage the support of others. We often think of weakness as something we must deal with alone, but the truth is we don't have to. Strength comes from connection. One of the most powerful things you can do when confronting your weaknesses is to surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. Seek out mentors, friends, or peers who understand and empathize with what you're going through. These people can offer invaluable insight, encouragement, and advice as you navigate your journey. When we try to handle everything on our own, we isolate ourselves, and that isolation feeds our weaknesses. But when we reach out for help, we tap into collective wisdom and experience. This support system can help you see your weaknesses in a new light and provide the guidance you need to transform them. It's important to remember that no one becomes strong alone. Strength is forged in community, collaboration, and shared experiences. Finally, the last piece of the puzzle is to celebrate the small wins along the way. Transformation doesn't happen in one giant leap. It happens through consistent small actions that accumulate over time. It's about celebrating progress, not perfection. Every time you confront your weaknesses, whether you succeed or fail, you are moving closer to the person you're meant to become. Every step you take toward improvement is a victory worth celebrating. The more you acknowledge and honor your progress, the more motivated you'll be to keep going. The process of turning weakness into strength is ongoing, but every small victory adds up. As you build upon each success, you'll begin to see that your weaknesses are no longer obstacles, but opportunities to create something extraordinary. And as you embrace this process, you'll develop the strength to face challenges head-on, knowing that each step you take is a step toward becoming the best version of yourself. As we close today, I want you to remember this: your weaknesses are not a sign of weakness. They are a sign of potential. They are the raw material that, when transformed, can make you unstoppable. So stop hiding, stop pretending, and stop letting fear control you. Embrace your vulnerabilities, lean into discomfort, and turn your weaknesses into your greatest strengths. Your journey toward greatness begins now, and I believe with all my heart that you are more than capable of taking that first step. Thank you for being here, and remember, your weaknesses don't define you. How you rise from them does. Keep pushing, and I'll see you in the next video. Ending with call to action. As we come to the end of this journey together today, I want to leave you with a simple yet powerful thought. You are not defined by your weaknesses, but by how you choose to respond to them. Every challenge, every flaw, every vulnerability you have is simply a stepping stone on the path to becoming the best version of yourself. Embrace them, transform them, and let them shape you into someone stronger than you ever imagined. The truth is, we all have moments of doubt, times when we feel inadequate or unsure. But let me tell you something: those moments are not signs of failure. They are the moments where growth begins. They are the moments where your true strength is forged. Now, I challenge you, don't run from your weaknesses. Don't shy away from what makes you feel vulnerable. Instead, face them head on, knowing that within them lies your true power. As you leave here today, remember that the journey of transformation is ongoing. Each day is an opportunity to take small steps toward turning your perceived flaws into your greatest strengths. Keep pushing forward. Keep believing in yourself, and never forget that strength is not about perfection, it's about progress. If you found this message helpful, inspiring, or thought-provoking, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Join our community of individuals who are committed to growth, overcoming challenges, and becoming stronger every day. By subscribing, you'll continue to get the support, guidance, and inspiration you need to keep moving forward. Let's walk this journey together. Thank you for being here. And remember, your weaknesses don't define you. How you rise from them does. Keep pushing, and I'll see you in the next video.